Welcome back to Boss Lady. I'm your host Ivana, and with me, Destra Garcia. And man, have we been having a good time here. Now, you mentioned something. You said that you did not, at the time, when we're speaking about you in, the corporate world and being a part of the band, so day, night, you did not have any of your initial hit songs, I guess we could say,
Not
done
yet.
as yet. It's Carnival.
Right.
I want to talk about that because my ultimate favorite from you, and I think everybody would say, yeah, this is the favorite, the one that we all know you from and remember you from, when you started off. It is an absolute favorite, even up to now.
Yeah.
We're in 2025. You play that right now, place gone mad, mashup, right? I want to talk to you about that project in terms of, let's talk about behind the scenes with the song as well, and then getting it out there into, out there in the audience.
Right. Well, that song really does have a story. It was written by Colonel Roberts.
Right.
Now, Colonel and I became really good friends. I think now we're more like siblings than anything else. His first song that he ever wrote was Tremblet, and he wrote that for me.
Right.
And my first soca song that I ever sang by myself was Tremblet also.
Right.
So we had a journey together, and I think it's at that time that he said, okay, he's going to try to write. He said, I have a road march contender for you. I'm like, okay. Because remember, I'm still
You're
trying.
still not there.
I'm still not there, and it's everything is still surreal.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that, I'm a celebrity. I'm singing songs, people
You're still going
recognize.
through it all.
I'm still going through the motions.
Yeah.
And at that time, I only had Tremblet, and that was in 2001. And then in 2002, I didn't have a hit song. I had songs out.
Right.
But you would not believe, and this is something I see a lot of new artists suffering from. You get a breakout hit, people recognize you, people love you, you feel you're larger than life.
Yeah.
And then the next year, you could be nothing, and nobody knows you, and nobody cares. So I was kind of in limbo. Am I still interested in this? Should I pursue my career overseas that I want to, I want to sing R&B and gospel or whatever?
Yeah.
Should I do that? So he's like, I have the road march fair. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's a duet, it's a collab. So I'm like, all right. Now, around that time, we had Bungie Garland coming out as well. Right. We came out around the same period.
Okay.
So last year in 2024, we both celebrated our 25th year in the business because we came out at the same time.
Right.
So this song was really supposed to be for me and him. Two new people coming out, he doing, he dominating the youth circuit. I am coming out, I'm female, I'm dominating as well. And then for some strange reason, we couldn't get Bungie in the studio.
Oh no.
He kept trying to make it, but he was so busy. I was so busy. I'm doing my thing, he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
We were really close at that time. We were really fast friends as well.
Yeah. And
the producer of this track, Terrence James, he did River. That was Sinal Dempster's husband at the time.
Right.
He was all about making road marches, and so he was the man.
Yeah.
And then, the song is in the studio. We're waiting for male vocals to go down. And then he said, why you don't call Marshall? I'm like, call Marshall? Marshall who? I'm like, Marshall who? Marshall Montano. I'm like, he wouldn't want to sing a song with me.
Look at you.
I am just, some new girl coming out.
Yeah,
whatever.
the newbie out
the newbie.
there.
He's singing since he's 7. He's not going to sing no song with me.
Gotcha.
And I think he was just off of his Come Dig It tour, and he had taken a break from Trinidad.
A lot was happening.
A lot was happening for him. But everybody in the industry knew Marshall, and he called him and said, well, the new girl Destra, she with Roy Cape, and he said, yeah, I saw her the other day. He said, well, she has this song in studio, pass and check it out and see if you like it, and maybe you could jump on it. Yeah. So he said, but I saw her the other day and she didn't mention anything and whatever. I don't think he knew that initially Bungie was supposed to be on the song. Right. I think he only learning about this with me talking about it now,
right. You see why it's good to have these conversations.
It's backstories. It's backstories. And then he went to the studio, he heard the song, he liked it. Well, we spoke before. He said, well, if I like it, I'll jump on it. But if I don't like it, I will let you know and whatever. Yeah. The next phone call was, Marshall put on his vocals and on it song, and we're good. Well, listen, I was overjoyed. I couldn't believe this was happening because I was a Marshall fan. Yeah. Here I am, remembering all the times that I'd seen him on stage, seen him on TV, and it was unbelievable for me that somebody like that would want to even jump on a song with me and newbie. Nobody, I'm just Destra and Roy Cape. Nobody knows me. And then when the song was done, I couldn't stop listening to it over and over. When it played on the radio, I couldn't stop smiling. I couldn't believe how people would react to the song. But the song really took Wings on the night of Soca Monarch. When we performed it, and he came out as he was a midnight rubber in disguise, and then the whole stadium was like, oh my gosh, Destra and Marshall on stage, and that was magic from the start. And I think, I'm not saying that it would not have been a good vision too with Bungie on it, but I think everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, and it's divine. And I think that God really wanted that song to be what it was, because he knew in the future there'd always be a legacy by Marshall, a legacy by Destra. You know, two iconic people, male and female, coming together so long ago with a song that lasted 25 years. It's still going strong.
That's what I'm going to tell you.
Amazing.
We have far to go with this. We still have so far to go with it. I don't think it's never going to die. You know, it's never going to die.
Well, it's been a hard act to follow for so many years.
We've been remixing it constantly as well too. This
no
song
hard
is
act
going
for me to follow for myself.
For you, no, and I think you've actually topped it time and time again, and I think you continue to do that.
I topped it the year after that.
You see what I mean? So what are you talking about? And now you mentioned something, right? You spoke a bit about the competition and on the night. Now I want to talk to you currently. How do you feel about titles and competition? You know, is it as important to you?
Not anymore. I have since grown, but there was a time where I felt like if I didn't win a title, I did not achieve I did not accomplish the status that I needed to accomplish to be successful. Success for me back then, because of what society deemed success, was gaining a road march or a Soca Monarch title or whatever. But I have since learned that longevity and iconic status has nothing to do with that. You know, it's all about leaving a legacy behind, a legacy of iconic music, songs that could play forever, timeless hits. You know, and getting to this point was not easy. There was a lot of heartbreak. There was a lot of arguments between me and God. Because I was like, you know, how could we have such a good song and this didn't happen or that didn't happen? But I think I needed to learn the lesson that I've learned and since learned, and just keep making music for the people, because the people are what really matters. The music is what really matters. Taking it from one place to the next, to the world, is what really matters.
Oh my gosh. And when we return here on Boss Lady, we continue to chat with Destra Garcia.